tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, fellow trudgers. It's weird. Something is humming. And it's got like this vibration, and it's weird. Throw me off balance a little bit. What is that? Might be something going by on the highway. All right. Seems to have disappeared. All right. Let me do a little bit of air in here. Yeah, thanks. See if any of them show up. They love that window because they can actually get outside and a little bit. It's our emergency exit for the basement. So, see, there he is. Every one of them. Hey, it's got a ladder and everything. Yeah, cool stuff. I'm sure that's stuff you really want to know about. Just like I love knowing what people ate. Gee, can you just take pictures of everything you did all day and send them, put them online so I can see what you're doing all day? Gosh. Morning, Michelle. Good to see you. Good to see you. Being kind of a smart ass today. It's Sunday. Happy sober Sunday. Doing the reading today, a day at a time. Hazelden Literature is a approved literature. Is it a approved literature? Why, yes, it is. It's approved. Oldest daughter. She's my stepdaughter, but doesn't matter. I don't really do step half. I have 8 brothers and sisters. I'm not related to any of them fully. I don't have any fully related brothers or sisters, but I got a ton. I was just thinking of this guy. Hey, Dion, I don't understand. Hey, I don't know. Understand what you're trying to do. I go to Fourth Dimension and be there Saturday and Sunday at noon if you'd like to talk. You don't know what I'm trying to do. Okay, dude, you're supposed to be. I'm trying to bring 12th step work. But he doesn't know what I'm trying. And then he says, I go to Fourth Dimension, Northland. I'll be there Saturday and Sunday at noon if you'd like to talk. Yeah, no. What the? Something ain't right. Something ain't right around here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there. Telling me I ought to beware. Hey, children, what's that sound? I don't give a fuck, my videos got. Everybody, what's going down? All right, let's do introductions. And then we're going to talk about setting ourselves up to succeed. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I break into song every now and again. Most people are used to it. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching live or the rewatch. I think my singing turned one person off. I don't care. I don't. GTAF. I don't give a fuck. I don't even think I did the thing right, the acronym. No, that's, yeah, blah, no. It's not what we're, sorry. Didn't do very good at setting this up now, did I? All right. So let's do the reading first. All right, and see where we're at after that, because I got to kind of write this guy back too. Am I sure I'm doing everything possible to make my new life a success? And what are those things? Well, they say when you get in the program, you only have to change one thing. Everything. So be ready. But the real question is, how do we set ourselves up for success? Right? The first thing you have to do is be okay with failure. You're going to have to accept failure first if you want success in your life. That'd be the first requirement. All right. Am I using my capabilities well? Well, in order to use my capabilities well, I'm going to need to understand my capabilities. What are my benefits? What are my can't remember the word, things I'm not as good at. All right. I'm not quite awake yet. So a lot of times I wake up in the morning, it feels like I have a fever. I don't. It's just, it feels that way. Anyway, do I recognize and appreciate all that I have to be grateful for? Not sure where that goes along with success. Because I'm grateful for something, it's usually a gift, something like that. You know, let's say you want to buy something, but you want to buy it in cash. You want to buy a new PlayStation 5, right? Now, I picked that because it's low enough that you can't go get a loan. Okay, can't get a loan. Well, you can. Well, I don't know. You can get a loan for Coachella, so I guess you probably get a loan for that. You can even break out your Uber payments now. Don't fucking do. I'm telling you, do not break your payments up and do that shit just to buy food. Don't do it. It's going to cost you 10 times more. All right. All right. So what are you going to need to do? Well, you're going to need to save, aren't you? You're going to need to be patient. You're going to need to put money aside, and maybe some days you need to spend that money, and it goes backwards, and then okay. But eventually, you get you get your $500-600 and you go buy it, and you got your success, right? There you go. But the success that we're talking about is not materialistic. What we're going for is long-term sobriety, are we not? Isn't the goal to die sober? If it's not the goal, yes, we do it one day at a time, especially in the beginning, because I have to learn how to live in the now. But I can tell you something. There comes a day when you realize that you don't want to drink for the rest of your life. You don't want it anymore. I don't. I don't want alcohol anymore. It has not been an option for a very, very long time for me. And that is the grace of God. And once that is expelled, well, I'm going to tell you, it's a big chunk of the problem. That obsession. See, my mind was so focused on alcohol, I couldn't do anything else. The program and its 12 steps teach me that I am the possessor of unlimited resources. The more I do with them, the more they will grow to overshadow and cancel out the difficult and painful feelings that now get so much of my attention. Am I less sensitive today than when I first came into the program? We alcoholics are sensitive. I'll go with me, because not all alcoholics are sensitive. We're all sensitive, but I was like extremely sensitive, especially around the wrong people. Yep. And in my sensitivity, I'd be contradictive. Right? In my sensitivity, I'd be contradictive. Because I think I knew what I wanted, but it turns out I didn't really want it. I was just doing that to be difficult. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was just going out of my way to be a difficult person, right? So I have to get rid of that sensitivity. I got to toughen up some. You don't really have to have tough skin. You know, I don't make it sound all salesy, but you know, when I taught salespeople, I would tell them you don't need to have tough skin. What you need is to be slick. You need to let it roll off you. Like you're covered in oil and it rains and it just beads up and falls off of you. That's what it needs to be like. I don't need to be, because if I become thick-skinned, what happens, and I'm thick-skinned, man. Most alcoholics are. All right. Here again, allowing other people to control our emotions. That's sensitivity. And I'm still sensitive to some topics. You bring them up. Well, I don't know. Let me think on that for a second. I'm going to try and think of a topic I'm just not willing to talk about. Used to be sex. I kind of gotten over that for the most part. There's still parts I could work on. Yeah, I don't. I'm sure there's something though, but I can't think of one right now, which means it's not big in my life anymore. That means when it does, if and when it does come along, I'm probably going to be able to work through it. Yeah. You have somebody in your life that likes to push buttons. I was a great button pusher. I'm still great at pushing buttons. Hey, got a button pusher in your life? Try not reacting. Watch what happens. And you got to do it more than once. It's got to go for a little while. They'll leave you alone and they'll start pressing somebody else's buttons because they're not getting a reaction out of you. Well, that fell. I don't know if everybody heard that. What was that? Oh. Just more of my meds. More of my old people meds. It's a stool softener med. All right. Now you know. Oh, so embarrassing. See, I found one. God put it right in front of me, didn't he? There's some personal things that I don't talk about. Okay. God answered that question pretty fast, didn't he? See how having an open mind and letting it just kind of be what it is can lead you to answers, you know, and all that happened is it fell. But did it fall on accident? No, I don't think so. Because look what just happened. Yeah. I have a lot of stomach issues and stuff, you know. It's probably the most embarrassing thing right now. There we go. Now everybody knows. Oh no, people will probably love me less now. I'm so embarrassed. I'm not. You know, I can't run around wondering what everybody else is thinking of me. I do care what the people in my life think of me. Yes, absolutely, I do care. But I can't run around worrying about it anymore. It's another way of setting ourselves up to succeed. Right? Certain actions. What else do we do? Well, we pray in the morning. That's setting us up to succeed. That's setting yourself up for success. Absolutely. Going to a meeting every day, talking with sponsors and sponsees and other people in the program, spending time with your family will help you, will set you up to succeed. You know, I've been trying to do some extra stuff. And, I bet you're at a tramp park. Don't make me sing Cher. It's in my head, but I can't remember all the words. But they better lay the money down. And I've got the right voice to do Cher too. She sings really deep, right? Tramps, then the what is it? Tramps, something and thieves. Something and thieves. And I know the word too, because I used to be one in Keurig Coffee. You want a new coffee maker, you want this, you want that. You didn't win shit. Just click this link and we'll steal your information. Good morning, Clara, and good morning, Amber. Right. Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. That's the name of the Cher song. Now I'm gonna have to listen to it. It's about yeah, I could go into it. All right. Let's do the reading. Some more of the reading. May I make the most of myself in all ways. In all ways. Not just the good, but the bad too. I can be the best bad. And by that, I don't mean go out there and be the best bad person that you can. That's not what I'm saying. That means even in my worst moments, I can still be a child of God. That's what that means. That I can have at least an inkling of understanding, an inkling of patience and tolerance, kindliness and love. I'm going to give you a little story. Okay. Now, a few months ago, my stepdaughter's father passed, my wife's ex-husband. Okay. And it sucked. It still sucks. He was gone too early. He was a good guy, man. He was. He and I never had words. We didn't get into it. We were always very cordial. In fact, sometimes we sat down and had conversations. All right. Well, his mom, who never really had any, it's not like she went out of her way to be mean or anything like to me, but she was never really, but it doesn't matter. All right. So like when I went to my grandson's karate thing yesterday, and all he did was dance. He didn't really do anything. I'm like, that is so mean. He's just out there, and he got some rhythm. That boy's a dancer. Oh, he's gonna get some girls on the dance floor. I'm telling you that. Okay. Right. But I've been going to that stuff because she's there, and I want her to know that there's still support, and that if she needs to utilize me for the son or whatever she needs, I can be there. See? And we don't even need to have a talk to do that. Sure, there were some things that went on between us, but at this point, who gives a fuck? She doesn't. See, it doesn't need to be, not everything needs to have revenge. All the time, love's the answer, man. But anyway, I'm a little off topic. All right. May I begin to look outward to people and opportunities as wonderful resources around me. God talks through his children. That's my experience. The experience may be different for other people, but I don't know of anybody that God talks directly to them. That includes the people that I admire, like Bill W. God didn't talk directly to him. No. Maybe Jesus. That's about it. It's about the only one I would believe that God actually spoke directly to them. All right. A lot of noise. As I become less ingrown and understand myself in relation to others, may I be less touchy and thin-skinned. May I shrug off my old, the world is out to get me feeling and see the same world as my treasure house, God-given and boundless. Today I'll remember my resources are unlimited. Now, part of the problem of alcohol is paranoia. And why would paranoia be involved? Paranoia will destroy you. Morning, Chris. Good to see you. You tried to join my meeting at 11:30 p.m. last night, so you know. We meet at 5, brother. We'll get you there. You just keep trying. I love you, dude. You're keeping me entertained. All right. So why does paranoia come into it? Because paranoia, when you don't sleep, you become paranoid. Okay. And when we drink, you don't sleep. You don't dream. And when you don't dream, you don't REM, and therefore you go cuckoo. You go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. Paranoia. Yeah. And it can carry on. See, it's between that and having to be in survival mode for years and years and years and years. Even when I walk into a room now, I prefer to sit in the corner. I don't like anybody behind me. I don't. And if there are, I know what they're doing at all times. Just a weird thing that I do. No, I'm not like some super spy and I know what everybody in the room is doing and all these things. But I do know what's up, right? I don't have a page number today, Clara. I don't have a page number today. This is kind of, I did read One Day at a Time Reflection, but that was it. So now I asked AI, how can we set ourselves up to succeed in recovery, right? And it's going to kind of give us, you know, so seek help and support. Don't hesitate to reach out to family and friends. Yeah, you know, but I always like to go beyond this stuff. Think about things. Think about other people. That's going to be the big one. Give some thought as to what you're actually doing. So if you're going to learn how to succeed, you're going to have to know how to goal set. You're going to need to know how to set goals and follow through with those. And I'm going to tell you, therapy is the best way to do that. I'll have enough time here to sit here and teach people how to set goals, not in something like this. Maybe I can do a video or something. Connect with other people in recovery. Stick with your meetings. Maybe you're going to a meeting that you don't quite fit in or whatever. Then go find a good meeting for you. Go find a good meeting for you. Connect with other people. Prioritize self-care. Engage in healthy habits. Practice mindfulness. Make time for enjoyable activities. Create a daily schedule. Consistency is going to be a big one. Well, see, each day I have my mind on what's going to be, what I'm going to try and get done that day. But I'm flexible enough that if it changes, that I'm okay with that. And I have to do that. Right? Recognize potential triggers. Don't just recognize them. Be responsible for your triggers. See, it's the triggers that make us sensitive. Right? And this wasn't too long ago. I was at my mom's, I think it might have been Mother's Day 2 years ago. I don't know. But my PTSD was still kind of going in that area. Hadn't quite worked through it. And we had fried chicken, sides, things like that. But my brothers took all the mashed potatoes. Again, and this was shit they always did when they were young. See how things just don't change. And I went out, I'm like, why'd you guys take all the potatoes, man? And my stepdad goes, what's he whining about now? That was a trigger. And I tore him a new asshole. I proceeded to tear most people. And then I left. I left because otherwise I was going to fucking go off on every single fucking one of those people. Do I need to apologize for it? No, I don't. They knew exactly what they were doing. No, I'm not going to make an amends for that. There is no amends to make. The point is, you did something, but now I know it. Now I know it. I recognize it. I was triggered. I'm admitting it. Now I have power over that, right? So what's the answer? Well, I'm just going to take my own mashed potatoes. Fuck them. Actually, what I'm doing is I'm just taking all my grandkids with me. So I'm distracted by that, and I could care less what the fuck they're doing. Right? I tell you now, you take my grandkids' mashed potatoes, I'm just going to fuck you up. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Be aware of the pink cloud. That's a good one. This period of intense optimism and early recovery, but it can fade. So be prepared to continue working on sobriety even when the feeling is not good, or even when feeling good. Sorry, I didn't say not good, right? We seem to think, so when you're feeling good, when things are going best, that is the best time to implement change. It is the best time to do it. When things are going well, you should double down. Why do we always try and wait until things are bad to make change? Oh, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's fine. You're not going to unbreak it, but you are going to make it better. And that's one of the secrets. Character building and humility should be a regular practice, mostly in the good times. That's where change happens. And it'll be the most effective too, because it'll be driven by a good intent. All right. It's going to be it for this one. So, still got the grandkids over and got to get stuff done. And cats peed on a bunch of stuff. Oh, woe is me. Woe is me. Poor me. Having such great problems. Right. All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out. And